Hey guys, Dr. Marra here. I am at Lake Glendale, Prince Gallitzin State Park. And as you can see, there's the lake. I'm on top of this water tower. And what was interesting is the remembrance of bringing my buddy Michael Tellinger up here when he came from South Africa. And so maybe I'll tag him in this, see if he can remember. But so this water tower here sits up on top of a hill, and I'll just walk across, but it's really pretty because as you can see, this lake way back out in there is the lake. For miles it comes in here, then there's a couple other inlets you can see. Down there is the smaller marina, and of course diagonal across the lake is would be the main marina. And so hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I'm just going to walk around here for you to take a look. And you can tell we're getting into fall already here. It's September. These energies are quite intense. But if you look, these subtle changes in the tree colors. When I got here 5 weeks ago, it was all green. And as time went by, well, you can see a little better over on that side, how everything's starting to turn some yellow and brown, and there's some even red out there in the distance. But as in all things, as in the universe, that's the only constant, is change. So it's to be expected. But right now we're into this September 3rd energy, apparently a gateway from what many are saying. And I've been getting a lot of symbols. And so I'm just going to use my finger here to show you, but it's like a figure 8 like this is what I'm getting. And it's almost like at that center point is where there's an explosion, where before, right in that center, there used to be a gap, so to speak. And that gap of forgetfulness has been completed right now. And so on top of that, I was seeing this, I guess you could either see it as a pyramid or a mountain, and then on the top of it was a sun emitting light. And so if you were to look at it as though it's the reflection in the water like that, you would see it this way, and then down here you'd see the opposite as this goes around. And so these symbols are giving me clarity in what's going on in the world right now, with humanity, with this planet. And it's definitely an acceleration of change. And I think that as time marches on here, what we perceive as time here in a linear 3D way, there'll be more tangible evidence, and that's what people are looking for. And I think we've finally broken through to that point where some of the things that are being put on the news, a lot of it is either fabricated or you know, it might be a small skirmish, but it's made to look like it's something more significant than what it really is. And so, as always, I recommend staying away from the mainstream media, because it just causes more fear and doom and gloom, which perpetuates the lower vibrations, which we're all trying to move out of. And there's a bee. Speaking of, yesterday, whenever I was in meditation and seeing these symbols, what was interesting to me was I'm just going to say it, the bee people came to me. They were a humanoid species that looked just like a bee, but they had like, arms and legs. They were fuzzy, and they emitted this golden light. And so the shape, the hexagon shape, kind of like that sacred geometry of their beehive, came to me as well. And so through my friend Terry, who was channeling as I was working on her energetically, energy healing. She was witnessing a ship above us, a light ship that was, some people call it downloading. That's kind of what it seemed like to me. I was visualizing the whole thing. In fact, we were so tuned in that I was finishing her sentences and I was seeing what she was seeing telepathically. And so, you know, some people will say, oh, that's crazy. Well, once you witness it and you're doing it and all these synchronistic things happen, which that's, we pulled a couple cards out of this healing deck that she was like, oh no, I don't want to pull out of that deck. Let's pull out of a different one. I said, no, let's pull out of this one. And when we did, wasn't it the shape that I was just showing you? It was a mountain with this sun on the top of it. And I had just told her that's the symbol that I was seeing. And then, of course, in this geometry book, we saw the symbol that I just drew with that as well. And so all these things kept happening with the bees and seeing them as soon as we walked out, and just various things that, you know, if it was one thing, it might not amount to, you know, any excitement, but I mean, it just happened. And then we were seeing numerology numbers along the way as well. And so anyway, I'm going to be leaving Pennsylvania here in a couple days, and I thought I'd get one last video in of me up here by myself, and maybe I'll catch some of the sky here too. It's really pretty. In New Mexico, there's not a lot of trees, or at least not the variety that are here. I mean, there's hardwood and softwood, pine, hemlock, oak, various oaks, red oak, pin oak, let's see, red, white, there's cherry, walnut, all kinds of different, maple. And out there you see a lot of evergreen or pine. And it's more of a dry heat where it's a little bit humid here today. So anyway, that's what I've been getting recently in meditation. And there goes a butterfly right across. Hopefully that picked up on here. If you look that up on Ted Andrews, that has a meaning, and I don't know if it's transformation or what, but you could look up B too. Anyway, I guess I'll cut this short. I just wanted to, again, just get one more video in of Pennsylvania while I'm here near the East Coast, before I head out to the Southwest again, and maybe do a video when I get out there. So until next time, guys, I'm going to be sending you, as always, love, light, and laughter.